Plaintiff Shannon Blakely says the defendant is her nephew. And despite the fact that he's 21 years old, he has a history of dating high school girls. Shannon claims the defendant was kicked out of college after only 3 months for underage drinking and destroying a bathroom on campus. And she's suing him today for school fines and a car payment. Defendant Jack Horgan says Shannon has caused him nothing but problems because she is extremely two-faced. Jack insists he was only kicked out of his college housing for the drinking violation, and he claims he's worked off his debt to Shannon.
Prove your case.
I am the mother of 2 beautiful daughters and the aunt to one very special nephew, Jack Horgan. I don't know if you're familiar with the pregnancy pack in our town of Gloucester, Massachusetts.
What is that?
That was when high school girls all decided to get pregnant at the same time.
Mm-hmm. Why did they do that?
This was a pact between young, impressionable girls who thought it would be fun.
Okay.
And I'm just hoping that Jack isn't the father to any of these girls'
What makes
children.
you think he might be?
Jack has a history. He's 21 years old. He has a history of dating high school children. He has a 17-year-old girlfriend who I've come to find out is pregnant.
Mm-hmm. That is untrue.
This is the second pregnancy. My daughter is attending this high school in Gloucester, Massachusetts.
Mm-hmm.
He has devastated her 4 years of high school career.
How?
With the embarrassment of Jack Horgan fathering these children.
May I speak? Thank you.
State your name.
My name is Addie Sullivan.
Mm-hmm.
This is my mom. Mm-hmm. And my freshman year, sophomore year, this is my cousin, he got a girl pregnant.
Mm-hmm.
And
how do you know?
Because he told his family and they ended the pregnancy.
Okay.
So that was one. And I had to go through, like, being asked questions that I didn't know the answers to. I would just try and tell him that he wasn't my cousin because I was embarrassed. Honest to God, I was embarrassed.
Okay.
And then this year, this is my senior year in high school, and I was told, from rumors, they may be, that his current girlfriend right now was pregnant.
Okay.
I had to go through school, walk through the halls, like...
Do you have any friends in high school?
Oh, I have tons of friends. I have so many friends.
You have tons of friends?
Tons of friends.
And they haven't turned on you?
No.
They haven't made your life miserable, your friends?
My friends haven't.
You heard her? She has tons of friends. Doesn't sound like her high school years were ruined to me. Let's move on.
Jack attended school in Vermont.
College.
And college. Green Mountain College. He was there for 3 months before he got involved in an incident with the bathroom and destroyed the bathroom. Ripped the dispensers off the wall.
Your Honor, that's untrue.
Clogged the bathroom toilets. He was following one of his buddies doing what they were doing. And also an incident of drinking. There's a 0 tolerance for any minors drinking. And he had the notorious 1 beer. Jack came back home after being asked to leave school. And
for those 2 violations?
Yeah.
Okay.
He was unable to renew his license due to the fines hanging over his head from
What
Vermont.
fines? You haven't...
I have evidence here. I have an IOU.
No, you haven't told me about the fines.
The fines are for the drinking.
Okay, how much?
It's a total of $421
That's
for that.
the amount of the fines that he was required to pay?
Yes, Your Honor.
And you paid him on his behalf?
Correct.
And he agreed to repay you?
Yes, I have an IOU.
Okay, let's start with the fines and your school stay.
She says I was there for 3 months. I was there for a total of 9 months.
All right.
Okay. I was removed from housing, but I was not permanently removed from the school.
All right. For what?
For the drinking
All right.
charge.
Were you charged or disciplined for destroying the bathroom?
I was disciplined, yes.
What type of discipline was that?
I had to go to a counselor.
All right. Were you fined for any of these things?
I was not fined. Just the alcohol, not the...
So you were fined?
For the alcohol, yes.
How much?
It was the amount that she has said.
Okay, and did you agree to pay her?
Yes, and I did pay her some money, but I do not have the...
You paid her $421?
No, I paid her $100, and I agreed to pay her monthly, but she proceeded to harass me and have her daughter harass me as well.
So you've only paid $100 on the $421?
Yes, I have.
All right, good enough. Ma'am, let's talk about the car payments you're suing him for.
He found a truck that he really, really, really liked. I agreed to sign as co-signer, which I did, with the understanding Jack would make every payment on time, and I would not have anything.
Did he?
No.
Okay. How much are you suing for regarding the car payments?
$200.
That's all? He just missed 1 month or something?
The first month he missed.
And then he began paying thereafter?
He hasn't spoke to me, so I am hoping and praying that
now the finance
he is.
company will speak to you.
Okay, then so far so good.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right. And tell me about the auto repairs.
After purchasing the vehicle, it would not pass Massachusetts for a sticker on the windshield. It had front end alignment problems, and Jack proceeded to have it fixed and asked me if I could help him out with the payment.
How much?
$329.
And when was he to repay you?
As soon as possible.
And what did you interpret as soon as possible to be?
Within the next 2 months, I would give
All
him.
right. Was he working?
He was back to work, yes, Your Honor.
Okay. How long had he been back to work?
He had been back to work for about 3 weeks at that point. He had started two separate jobs.
Who was he living with?
He moved out of his mom's house.
So he was living alone?
I have no idea.
Saying, I'm going to pay you as soon as possible, and you've only been back to work for 3 weeks. If he has obligations to a landlord.
But there is no contact at all with him. I have no idea if he's paying rent. I have no idea what he's doing.
All right, but that's not a reasonable amount of time to repay you, ma'am. If he only started work 3 weeks ago or 3 weeks after you loaned him the money, he still has time to pay that. Also, ma'am, did he pay you $100?
No, he didn't. He's
why
not
do you
paid
think?
me a
Why
dime.
do you think he would say?
I have testimony of that, sir.
Hold on, sir. Why do you think he would only say he paid you $100 instead of saying I paid her $400?
Your Honor, I don't know what he's up to.
Okay.
Honestly, I'd admit to it if he gave it to me. He has not.
Sir?
May I can speak now? I have agreed numerous times I have agreed to pay her monthly. She's taken me to court not due to the fact that I owe her money, but due to the fact that she wants to see me fall. She wants to see me not be capable of standing on my own 2 feet.
Why?
Because she's angry that I have moved from the house that she and my mother now own.
Why is she angry about that?
Because I left abruptly. She's angry about that.
That's absolutely not true,
Were you
Your
paying
Honor.
rent?
I was paying rent and by working on the property.
All right.
And I mean, throughout my life, this woman has caused me problems. I mean, when she was...
After all that, I loved him. He's my favorite, and I love him beyond.
But she's very two-faced, Your Honor.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Your Honor, he was doing home
finish,
repairs.
ma'am. Please let him
All right.
finish.
You know, when I was a child, I was about 12 years old. Like, she was a complete and absolute drunk. And she didn't have full custody of her daughter, so she would come drunk to my mother's home while I was sleeping and beat on my mother and I, trying to like kill my dog, for example, once. She's caused problems throughout my life, all the time, drunk.
Why do you think she loaned you the money then if she didn't like you so much?
Because as she became sober, things changed.
So, if they've changed, that means she has loaned you the money, that she is not here because she is mad with you.
Well, that's the problem. She's back and forth, happy and sad. She never knows a medium. She's happy with me one day and then pissed at me the next.
And Jack, you're
all the
any
time.
different?
Auto
All the time.
repairs, sir.
What's that?
Auto repairs.
Repairs.
Did she loan you any money for that?
I have testimony here of I worked off both the repairs and I also worked off the payment that she gave me.
Did you all agree that you would work off the debt?
Yes, and one check that she
That's
did
false.
give me for a payment.
When did you all make that
Absolutely
agreement?
false.
February.
Your Honor, may I speak?
Nope. February, she agreed that you could work off the amount owed. Is that when you signed the agreement?
Yes.
All right, let's see the agreement. Was that included in the agreement?
One thing.
Agreement.
Was that included in the agreement that you could work it off?
No, that was an oral agreement.
If you have a written agreement, all you can go with is that. You can't substitute an oral agreement for a written agreement. $9.50 for the plaintiff. Have a good day. Judgment for the plaintiff.
I just want Jack to become a man, the man he should be, and at any cost.
I have no comment.
Until he needs something again, then he'll be, Auntie, hi, listen, I need to ask you a favor. Jack's very needy.